We shall now have welcome remarks. May I now invite Mr. Ronnie Chan, Chair of Hand-On Properties, to come to the stage to deliver the welcome remarks. Please welcome Mr. Chan.
Thank you. Honorable Mrs. Carrie Lam, Chief Executive of Hong Kong SAR, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful evening, welcome. I'm very happy tonight because I have students of mine of 20 years ago coming up to me. Turn out that he is now a professor at Hong Kong UST and helping the Hong Kong Hang Lung Math Award. So there's a lot of, that's really a lot of interesting things happening this evening. But anyway, 17 years ago when we started this program, most of the students here, ladies and gentlemen, where are the students? Can all the students rise and to be acknowledged? The students, please, rise. These are the 14 teams of finalists. None of them, I suppose, was born when we started this program 17 years ago. So Hong Kong has future, we have bright young people. We had to skip a year. As you all know, this program is done every other year, but last year, because of the pandemic, we had to skip a year. But we're delighted that today we can be here together. In particular, I want to thank the Chief Executive, Mrs. Carrie Lam, because this is the fourth time that she has attended this event. The first time as Chief Secretary, and the last time and today as the Chief Executive of Hong Kong SAR. I still remember, Carrie, the speech you delivered 3 years ago. It was very, very good, and we expect even better this evening. We are here to welcome our new partner, Hong Kong UST, and to thank our inaugural partner, Chinese University. We have had wonderful working relationship with all of them over the years. And I must say that I have never seen teachers that are that dedicated as I began to work with the mathematics professors from Chinese U. I'm happy to report how that even though our collaboration with Hong Kong UST is only 1 year old, I can tell that they are every bit as not just competent academically, I assume, but also dedicated teachers for the good of our students. Here, I want to in particular honor two people. From the beginning, they have been with us, and that is Professor Thomas Au and Professor Tom Wang. Can you rise to be recognized? Thomas Au, Tom Wang. They were the two who really led the charge 17 years ago and remain active today. Sadly, however, I must recognize also Professor Lau Ka-seng, who was then the chairman of the math department at Chinese University, who unfortunately succumbed to cancer a few months ago. Without him, I don't think we will be as successful as we are today. Yesterday, I hosted lunch for the 6 members of the scientific committee. We have 8 from overseas, and 5 of them attended. By the way, yesterday's event, the oral defense spanned 5 time zones. It was rather challenging. And as I hosted lunch for them yesterday, the 6 that are in Hong Kong, the first question I have was, how's the quality this time? And Andy Cohen told me, and many others as well, that this year is as high as ever, if not higher. I was very pleased, and they even told me that some of not just one, but maybe 1 or 2, and that was only yesterday's half of the teams that were participating, and today I don't know what happened. But already there are 1 or 2 teams that are of graduate level, I mean university graduate level, that are publishable quality. So I really am very, very happy that Hong Kong has young talents like that, where the originality of ideas, the report, the choice of topics, the depth of research are every bit as good as ever before. There are quite a number of schools who have participated from the very beginning, 17 years. This is the 9th edition. And I have also noticed something else, and that is many of the teams who participated at the beginning didn't win. But as they get better, they begin to win. I can name you several high schools, and today I will mention one because they both have done very well in terms of result, but also from the very beginning. And these are the schools that have built an ecosystem in their high school under the leadership of the principal, with the help of some excellent math teachers, have built this ecosystem that enable many talents who otherwise may not be interested, maybe just because they never met an interesting, good teacher. And so a lot of talents are buried. Those who are naturally good, you discover them anywhere. But there may be many others whose talents are a little bit innate and need somebody to bring it out. And these are the schools that have done a very good job. So I'll just mention one, who is also here, I believe, today, because they are among the finalists, and they have never missed a single contest in the last 17 years, and that's Senggongui Lamborghini. And the principal is Chang Hao Chang, and the teacher is Wang Guok Tai Lo Si. There are others. Can we ask them to stand? The principal of Lambu over there, and the teacher as well, Wang Lo Si. Thank you. I also welcome many new schools to our competition, and this year we had 10. And 3 of them made it to the final. That's very good. And they are 觀塘官立中學、聖保祿學校、St. Paul's Convent School, and 東華三院盧幹廷紀念中學. Welcome, welcome. We're very happy that many of the early winners have gone on to great things. Not everybody stay as an academician. We have one who was an honorable mention only, I'm sorry. But he has become a world-class neuroscientist at Chinese University. And I asked him beforehand, I said, Owen, do you mind if I mention that you didn't win gold, silver, or bronze? And he was our speaker 3 years ago, and we're delighted that, ladies and gentlemen, students, if you don't win gold, silver, and bronze today, you have a bright future like Owen Ko, okay? We have others, like Jay Chang. Where are you, Jay? Great to see you, Jay. Jay was a 2006 gold medalist, and he has gone on to become an engineer at the Hong Kong government, and he is one of the leaders in, what do you call it, in water, currents, typhoon, studying all those things. So we are not underwater because of the good work that government engineers such as Jay Chang have been doing. So thank you very much, Jay. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll be hearing from Jay later because the Vice Chair of Hang Lung will be interviewing Jay Chang later in the program. There are 5 other alums who have won awards in the past that are here with us today. And then I must say a word about the oral defense. It lasted 2 days, yesterday morning and this morning. I was not there, none of my colleagues were there. One of my colleagues was in there only for one reason, that is to make sure that the system works. Apart from that, it's none of our business. Hang Lung has nothing to do with adjudication of any sort. It is the exclusive domain of the professors. And I must say that it is pretty awesome. And if I were a student there, I would be pretty scared. You stand in front of 6 big-time Hong Kong professors with another 5 on the screen asking you tough questions. That's not a comfortable position to be in. But nonetheless, I'm happy to say that they all have done very well. So here I want to acknowledge the steering committee under the leadership of the 2006 Nobel Laureate Prize, Professor George Smoot from Hong Kong UST. We have the scientific committee under the leadership of Professor Richard Chang from Stanford, who have been on the scientific committee for many, many years. I want to also acknowledge the executive committee under the leadership of Professor Tim Leung from Hong Kong UST. And finally, the screening panel, which is under the leadership of Professor Frederick Fong, who is also from the Hong Kong UST. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask the members of those committees to rise and be recognized? All those committees, please. Thank you. Finally, let me just say a word to the students. Sorry for being a little long-winded, Chief Executive. I want to say a word to the students. I encourage you, because you are all top students in Hong Kong, I just want to make sure that you hear these two words before you leave. The first word is humility. Let me tell you a story. My brother is a top student in Hong Kong, was a top student in Hong Kong. And he went to the United States. He got 2 degrees with highest honor when he was 21, published scientific papers already as an undergraduate. And then he moved to another university on the East Coast. And he told me at the time, he said, I almost flunked out the first semester. You think you are smart. That's good. I congratulate you. But there's a lot more other people who are equally smart, if not a lot smarter than you. That is not to curb your self-confidence. That is to put yourself in a proper perspective. The second word I would want to mention is integrity. Whether you are an academician, whether you are a business person, whether you are a professional, integrity is the virtue that must remain with you all your life. There is nothing you can give up that is more precious than a pristine reputation of integrity. So I hope that whatever you do later in your career, that humility and integrity will be with you, and you will go far. You will live a satisfying life to yourself and be contributory to society. I know you're all very nervous, wondering whether you will win. Have a good dinner first. Forget about whether you win or not, because that's not the only reason why you're here. Enjoy dinner. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chan. May I now